could be overthinking the situation. Okay, so I'm getting two kind of different stories here. I'm getting, on one hand, there's, for some of you, it's being too logical in the situation, in which you need to shift back to center emotionally, right? Then on the other hand, I'm getting where you're allowing somebody or something to control your heart in such a way where you have a big heart. You care a lot, and so you just continually let this person or thing happen or come in time and time again, because you have so much of an open heart space that you need to use more logic in the situation. Okay, so on either side of the fence, take that how that resonates for your particular situation. Definite imbalance here. Definitely imbalance that needs to become more balanced out. So there is a letting go energy. So we're in that new moon energy. I'm not sure if Mercury is in retrograde anymore. I guess I should have checked that before starting these. But Mercury was in retrograde, if it's not right now. And so communication and the way you go about interacting with people is rough around the edges right now, okay? But there's definitely a need to let go of something so that you can move forward. And it is something that you are passionate about. You do care about the situation. But it's time for you to stop giving to this situation. You need to be confident in your communication of that. There's some sort of, I want to say walls, more like boundaries that need to be set. So walls that need to come down when it comes to being true to yourself and communicating that, and then boundaries set with allowing whatever the situation is to continue to repeat itself, okay? Setting the bar a little higher than what it is, and taking more care of yourself and your emotions or your mental health, right? Divine timing wants to be on your side, but until you start releasing things that need let go of, it's stuck. And you're not going to be moving forward with whatever the situation is as long as they continue to be stuck. There's not going to be a coming together like you hope, because there's certain aspects that need to die off. And remember that too is, for everything that dies, there is a rebirth. Okay, you go through the struggle so that you can come out more healed, right? So just keep those things in mind. Just because you have to let go of something doesn't necessarily mean that it is a bad thing. There is more to come. I'll put it that way. So at the bottom of the deck here, we have King of Swords. It's just that closed off communication. I mean, you go from the Ace of Swords in the reverse to the King of Swords in the reverse. So definitely across the board, closed off communication. There's something that's not being spoken. There's a truth that's not being told in any capacity. And it seems more of a logical thing, not a heartfelt thing. I think in your mind's eye, you know what you need to do, but your heart isn't allowing you to do so. They're also telling me that you could be afraid that somebody's going to get hurt if you do speak the truth. Again, take that how that resonates. The World in reverse, again, that cycle that is just not, it keeps repeating. It's not ending, right? It's never ending. If this was in the upright, then yes, it would be coming to completion, but it's not. It's still repeating itself, because you're overthinking it. So you need to stop overthinking it and gain the strength to move forward with this. Right now, just holding the cards like this from here all the way up and diagonally like this, there's a lot of green colors here that I'm seeing, and a couple of blues, which is now indicating your heart chakra and your throat chakra. So things that need to be said that aren't being said, that are from the heart, that are from your true person within yourself, right? But again, finding that strength to speak your truth, to be more in alignment. There is this return. You have two cards here about returning, right? The Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. It's about return, because honestly, with the Hangman here, like, you need to change your perspective of the situation. Otherwise, it's going to continue. It's going to continue to happen. I'm just really curious. Yeah, change your perspective and things are going to come in. There's healing that needs to be done, things you need to let go of that really weigh heavily on your minds. Okay, Libra. All right, so today I was only guided to get this one tarot deck, so I'm not going to do any clarification with the tarot side, but I will clarify with these oracles, these oracle cards. All the cards I use are in the description box, so please check that out. There is a bunch of other information in the description box as well. So just make sure after the read you just pop down there and check it out. Okay? All right, so let's get some more clarity on these tarot cards. This is the Divine Animals Oracle. And I don't think these you read in the reverse, if I remember correctly. I haven't used these in such a long time. Okay, so you guys have the snake energy here, and I love this card. I'll tell you why in just a second, but that indicates creation. You have the dolphin here with happiness, and if you can see, the lady on here she is pregnant. Again, another indication of creation. And then you have the armadillo here with the Egyptians, and that is for groundedness. And then bottom of the deck, you have the seahorse, excuse me, which is about equality. So that equal give and take, and that is here on the board. There's an imbalance for sure that needs to be, what's the right word? Focused on, right? That needs to be seen. There's an imbalance that needs to be recognized. That's the word. Okay, so creation here with the snake. So I like this card because you have this tree that's growing out of this heart. I'll kind of try to show you guys. So the tree is growing out of the heart, and there's roots here at the bottom. And then the snake is encompassing this heart, right? And there's a cobra, and I'm not quite sure what the other snake is, but there's definitely two snakes here. Now, on the world card, which I thought you guys got, oh, the world card wasn't here. So on the world card, there is a snake that makes up that world, okay? You can also go back to the Adam and Eve story, right? But there's like a protection around your heart that is kind of constricting it from its growth, okay? And I know cobras aren't constrictors, but point being, I feel like this growth isn't being allowed to happen because your heart, you're not listening like to your heart. You're not allowing that growth to occur from that heart space. Okay, I hope that makes sense. This is the number 43, which reduces to 7. Okay, and 7 being a divine number in and of itself. It's funny because you also have the step down number of 42, which is 6. And again, you have, excuse me, it's about happiness, right? So Libra, I feel like there's this shift towards happiness that you want to occur, but there's a lot of healing within yourself that isn't being done. And the situation that you're in that needs to be let go of is not allowing you to be happy. Once you let it go, this happiness will come forth for you. Just remember, you are the manifester of your dreams, of your future, of how you want your life to turn out. You have that power. Something else with this card, dealing with water. So water, like the cups that we have, deal with emotions, okay? So she's kind of like over the water, so she's not really deep in her emotions, if you look at the picture of this card, okay? And I'm picking that up with the tarot cards that we just went through, is there's this distance between you and your emotions, okay? But you need these things to be resolved in order to move towards that happiness. I hope this is making sense. Okay. Lastly, you have the number 7 card again. So you have 767. That could be significant in some way to some of you, or just the numbers individually could be significant. And you have the armadillo here with groundedness. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I look at this card in regards to your reading is this outer shell that you have. It's a form of protection, right? So I feel like by not allowing your heart to guide the way, that's your form of protection. And you might see it as such a way to continue to be grounded, because if you do lean into your emotions too much, right, then that creates that imbalance in those scales, and therefore you won't be grounded in your thoughts and your actions anymore. But you're actually being called to come back to balance, okay? I think that balance is what the main idea of this reading is whatever situation or whomever you're dealing with, those scales are tipped, either too much in favor of you or too much in favor of that situation. So just kind of take that as it resonates. And again, that even goes back to the seahorse card with equality, is there has to be an equal give and take between you and whatever the situation is, or you don't feel like yourself. You feel left out. Something is not being fulfilled within you, and it's not in your highest alignment with the highest good of all, right? And that's kind of the ultimate goal. It's funny because underneath here you do have the honeybee, which is reciprocity, which is again another form of equal give and take, okay? You're the one who needs to be on the receiving end. You might be giving too much because you're allowing this situation to repeat itself. Okay, all right, let's get some more cards and let's see. I'll do these first. Let's see what else we can get out here for you, Libra. Again, the next 3 to 5 days, whatever it is that you need to know. And I really feel like this reading is really vague, and I wish it was more specific, but you know, I do personal reads as well. I'm not doing them right now, but I do. So in the future, if you guys ever need like personal reads, all that information is in the description box. So feel free to reach out. I'm not going to take this one, but it says breathe. Okay, so maybe breathing through whatever the situation is or whatever actions you need to take will help you get to whatever those end goals are that you have, that you want to see. All right, I'll do one more and see if anything else comes out for you. It's kind of odd. You're only getting, okay, only getting one card. You have between worlds in the reverse, so that is a protection message for that. But as you can see, it's like a darkness to light sort of situation. Um, so you might be feeling stuck in some way, shape, or form between maybe what you should be doing and what needs to be done or what you want to have done. We'll read that one in a second. And that's a number 3 card as well. You have serendipity here with the number 9 card. Just look for synchronicities in your life. But I will read both of those from the book so we can get more accurate reading for you guys. So 18, like I said, is 9. That's about completion, right? Opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. It says that you've stepped into alignment with the greater good where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. You are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful for the stars are aligned in your favor, and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. Okay, so with this, because it kind of feels like it doesn't fit into the scenarios that we were just talking about, but it actually does. So with this goes back to being open to receiving. So it talks about receiving the signs and synchronicities to assure you that you are on the right path. So in this letting go energy, there are going to be times when you probably self-doubt your decisions, or you question your decisions, you overthink things. And this card is telling you to continue to look for those signs and synchronicities as confirmation that you are continuing down the path that you are meant to continue down. One of the overarching themes of today's readings is what is meant for you will not pass you by. Okay, and that includes letting go of things. So letting go of things allows new things to fill their spots. So things that are no longer serving you, now being the new moon, is a great time to start releasing those. And you can simply just ask, like, help me become more aligned with my highest good. Allow me to see what I need to surrender, what I need to let go of, and you will be guided in such ways. Again, the number 9 being about that closing of that cycle, right? So this is a card that is telling you that it's okay to close those cycles. It's okay to self-doubt or to second guess your choices, but know that when you see these signs and synchronicities, that the divine, that spirit, that God, whatever your faith is, will show up in ways that reaffirm you're doing the right thing. Okay? So now we have between worlds as a protection message, and that is number 3, which states, be mindful of your expectations. This is not a time for guarantees. Things will not go exactly as you plan or dictate. Let go and see what Spirit has in store. What takes hold in your life will be better than you can imagine. So again, that kind of going back to those balancing scales, right? So now is the time to let go, but don't let go and then be like, well, I'm creating space and now I need to fill it. Just allow the space to be free and allow whatever's meant to come in to just come in naturally. So don't pre-fill that space before you let it go or as you're letting it go. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I know you guys can't speak to me as I'm saying these readings. But anyways, yeah, so you're just in this transition phase where once you let go, you need to just trust and have faith and receive. This card is like the root of your reading, right? It's all about receiving instead of giving to the situations. It's all about allowing the universe to just do what the universe does. Again, underneath here, you have this blocked wheel card, which is about divine timing, but it's blocked. It's blocked because you're not in such energy to receive things. Even right here with the Emperor in reverse, this is an indication that logic needs to go out the door. The way you mentally think about things and how you plan for things and want to be in control of these things needs to go out the door, because things that you want to have happen or things that are meant for you that you feel stuck on right now, they're just no longer serving you, and you need to let those go so that new things can come in and so new things can grow. If this resonates in a way such as love, you can pull the Knight of Cups here into the scenario and say that you are blocking any future love or relationships that are meant for you to come in because you're in such a blocked energy when it comes to receiving. Okay, you're trying to methodically plan things is what they're telling me. That you're trying to count your chickens before they hatch. You're trying to put all your eggs in one basket. I don't know what analogy you want to use, so take that as it resonates. But there is a sense of blockage that's occurring because you're not just letting things flow. And that, to be honest with you guys, that's been a really common theme throughout these readings, is a blockage to let things flow. I think the collective as a whole is being asked to be more in their feminine energy. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, we both have masculine and feminine energies within us. So if you're watching this, I feel like you need to let this ego self go and lean more into the receiving, lean more into the feminine energy, and allow a balance to occur naturally, because right now things are not balanced. Okay? Lastly, we'll close out the reading with the Moonology Oracle deck. This is actually, and I keep forgetting to say this is the Moonology Manifestation deck, so it's different from what a lot of the other tarot readers use. I think theirs is like a black. Oops, we are definitely not using all of those. Yeah, so theirs is just the typical, not that it's less than, I don't say that to say that it's less than. This one's just about manifesting things into your life. It's more guidance, I think, than the other ones. Personal opinion. All right, 3 to 5 days, what do you got? Please, spirits. And these we don't read in the reverse, so. Wow, those two are perfectly aligned. I'm going to try to get one more for you. It says release control for first quarter moon in Taurus, and that does go right over the receiving card. So yes, and even the serendipity card, both of those talked about releasing that control and just letting the universe take charge. Let the universe come in and fix the things that are needed. So release control. Next you have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. Going back to that serendipity card, even kind of the between worlds card here, you do have a bigger meaning, a bigger purpose than what you're serving right now. And you're being asked to allow the universe, God, spirit, whatever your faith and belief is, to step in and guide you so that you can step up and lead. There is some sort of position that is being asked of you to be higher up than what you are now. There's a bigger purpose, a bigger meaning that you're being called upon right now. All right, 2 cards came out there. Not going to probably read both of those because these are kind of long in the book. So yeah, look at that. Wow. Bottom of the deck, you have take inspired action. I think Leo just got this one, so I don't have to read that one. I'll just tell you what that is. You have keep your heart open, first quarter in Libra, which falls under, I mean, both of these are purple, which is your crown chakra. We talked about that, but keep your heart open came from, which one did we read? I swear we just read one that was keep your heart open. It might have been the serendipity one. Okay, but anyways, yes, keeping your heart open to this receiving energy, right? Letting things flow. It's kind of the same thing as take inspired action. This card was all about going into that more feminine energy as well and taking inspired action in the sense of allowing the divine to come in and do work, right? Asking the universe or God to come in and do work in your life and to lead you in the places that you need to be led to. And the only way to do that is to keep your heart open. We did have a lot of heart chakra colors on the board. I did mention clearing out your heart chakra. I also mentioned your root chakra and your crown chakra. Here you have your solar plexus. So guys, if you just wanted to do a full-on 7 chakra healing, I definitely recommend that. Again, just more focus on the heart chakra, the crown chakra, and even that root chakra. Okay, last here, full moon in Capricorn, you have take a reality check, which I don't think I've really gotten that one before. So let's read a couple of these. Like I said, I'm not going to read all of them because they are kind of long. Let's do first quarter in Taurus. Taurus is behind here. Release control. What in your life are you trying just a bit too hard to do? What are you absolutely stuck on? Remember, being stuck here with this card. To the point where you won't even entertain other ideas. You need to release your grip on life. Whatever you want, release it to the universe and trust that the universe will come back to you with whatever is for your highest good. And we've totally talked about that over and over again, that there is some sort of release and healing that needs to have happened so that these cycles stop repeating themselves for you. If you're feeling possessive about someone or something, your challenge now is to live and let live. In a financial situation, self-worth is the key. Avoid get-rich-quick schemes. So that could pertain to some of you, could resonate. This card brings in a steadfast energy, but it's clashing with another energy that wants to be free. Seed control for best results. And again, we talked about letting go, right? Realize that even though you can manifest your life to a great extent, you cannot control everything all of the time. Karma comes into play, as do your deep down beliefs about yourself. A affirmation is, thank you for showing me that all my needs are taken care of. Because they will be. They will be when you allow spirit to come in and take root. I'm going to do this new moon in Capricorn where it says step up and lead. We are in Capricorn season right now. I think, or did we just transfer over? It's the 21st. I think it transfers on the 21st. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm very bad with like the start and stop times of the zodiac. I know like a general thing because my birthday's on the cusp of Taurus, so I apologize if we're not in Capricorn as of yesterday. Okay, step up and lead. The good news is that you know what you want, and on some level you know how to get it. Step up and know that you're the boss of your own life. A new, more disciplined approach is needed, or a new plan. Strategy is called for. This card reminds you that ambition isn't a dirty word. Whatever you want to create in your life, there's no such thing as too big a goal, but break your plans into smaller, achievable pieces. Slow and steady wins the race. Release any blocks to success. Think about where you want to be in a year. Consciously visualize it. Oops. Write a 12-month plan detailing how you're going to get there. And then your affirmation for that card says, the harder I work, the luckier I get, which is intriguing because serendipity was all about luck, right? All right, and again, this is like finding this balance, because the next card with keep your heart open, again, deals with your heart chakra, whereas the step up and lead was like plan it out. So you have this kind of conflict between your masculine energy and your feminine energy, and you guys, you just got to find that balance between the two, right? I mean, that's the ultimate goal for any of us. So I'm going to keep this open because I feel like this is very straightforward. Again, indicating that heart chakra and healing that heart chakra, but definitely keep your heart open. Allow things to flow. Know that you need to be more in the receiving end of things and to release that control, okay? There's a balance between too much control and too much flow, right? And that's where we need to be sitting at. I'm going to read this one and then we will call it a day. It is the full moon in Capricorn, so you guys got two Capricorn energies here. It says take a reality check. So let me just jump over here. Okay. This card has two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. And we've seen that, right? If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in an extra effort with your manifesting work. And that's all we've really been talking about, right? With the future that you want, getting there, letting go of things so that new things can come in. Find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to others and yourself. If you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. Your affirmation is, everything is always working out in my favor, which is true, right? What did I say? I said, what is meant for you will not pass you. And that is the truth. But you guys have to go back into this receiving energy. You have to find that balance between the doing and the not doing. And that's a very hard thing to do. But that is your guidance for today, Libra. And I really hope that it resonated. Again, if it didn't, you can come back in a week or two and watch it again. It may resonate then. Or go check another sign placement if it really doesn't resonate after that. So, all right, guys, I hope that this helped. Again, check the description box out. Subscribe if you haven't. I do plan on doing those giveaways. I just have to get some more stuff in order to do so. So I apologize for my end not being ready to do those, even though you guys are awesome and you guys subscribed and you did great. So moving forward, I hope to see you guys next time. All right. Bye, Libras.